Emil Vinny. Emil Vinny against Trey Augustine, just as we expected. Referees Daniel Eriksson and Loic Ruprecht. On the line, Shane Gustafson and Dominic Schlegel. Schlegel. Nothing out of the ordinary for this finish lineup, eh?
No.
Emil Kustler's in. But they get the extra for it anyway, so okay. Yep. Emil Penyaniemi. And 28 on Finland is Arttu Alasiurua. Arttu Alasiurua.
It's a hard name.
It is.
I think I'll just be saying his winger's name.
Kasper Hall.
Jesse Kikkinen.
Kiskinen.
Kicked it in.
Jesse Kiskinen.
It's not quite as strong as my decision.
Yeah, that's right.
In Madison Square
That's right.
Gardens. Decision to decision.
It's your best work of the season.
Who starts for Florida today?
What do you mean? Goalie-wise?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I haven't really been following the series. Is Knight's not available for them yet, is he? No.
It's been Alex Lyon.
Yeah. What's the deal with Bobrovsky?
Went in the last game with 10 minutes to go.
Got Freddie Anderson-itis, or?
10.5.
Yeah. Who else does Florida have other than Alex Lyon? Let's see. In the system. Matt Guzda.
He's backed up twice.
Has he really?
Yes.
Oh, boy. There's no way they'd start him.
He has backed up twice.
There's no way they'd start him in a playoff game.
I saw him back up twice when I was there.
I don't think they'd start him, though.
Of course not. They wouldn't start Alex Lyon either, but he starts.
If Alex Lyon gets hurt, they'll start Guzda, but boy, I would not say he's NHL playoff ready. Jean-Francois Berube's got some NHL experience.
JF Berube.
Yeah. That's it. Nothing much past that. Oh. Aram Manetian. We got a basement, man. This morning.
I wish my kids would see me.
That's where my golf clubs are, man.
I like my kids. I never see them.
Well, they're going to see me on TV too, right? So that's... Yeah. Like I said, man, we got a basement. I don't know how you get back in here tomorrow, but Oshawa. That's yeah, but then we put all the dead bodies in the basement, so it's fine.
Trying to get back to my Twitter feed, which was basically just hockey, and they keep dropping all this other crap, and I eliminate every single one they drop in. It's a major effort, but I'm doing it out of principle, because when I just had a hockey feed, it was great. You know?
This is why I don't use Twitter anymore.
Yeah, but it's good information. It is. If you've got the right feed. Like, if you
I think there's alternative sources that you can find this stuff. You just got to look for it.
Well, okay, but that's time.
No, that's the trick, though. Curate your feed, and then only hear from people that you care to hear from.
That's exactly
right?
what I do.
So that's good. That's the way to use it.
That's how I use it. I mute immediately or block immediately.
So my account, pretty much. Buddy and I, you just mute us.
You must be long gone. Dino Bravo, he's on my account. Guzzo. Salvatore Guzzo.
All right. Day 4, game 3. Day 4 of the tournament, game 3 of the tournament for both these teams in action today from Basel. It's the United States versus Finland, our headline matchup in Group B at this year's 2023 Under-18 World Championship. These are two heavyweight teams, Dave Poulin. They've had a lot of success in this tournament in previous years, and we expect two medal contenders going head-to-head again today.
This will be fun today, Victor. When you start these tournaments, these preliminary rounds, you have your eye on a game somewhere down the line. As much you're focused on the teams you're playing, you're taking care of business, you're one of the powerhouse teams in this tournament, you have your eyes just slightly looking elsewhere, and that's where these two teams were heading for on this Sunday afternoon. It's going to be fun. Both talented teams offensively. A large part will be what happens through this neutral zone.
Both these teams are 2-0 in this tournament. U.S. have outscored their opponents 19-2, whereas the Finns, it's been a closer margin, 9-4 through their first two victories over the Swiss and Latvia. As we start things off with Drew Fortescue back at his own zone, USA will claim early possession with the 2-4-9 line out there to start, and all three of them making their way through the American US NTDP record book throughout this tournament. That'll continue to be a theme all the way until their final game. As it's picked up and brought around the net by Jesse Nurmi to the line. Shot steered towards the starting netminder, Augustine. Doesn't happen to make a save here, though, as Drew Fortescue sends it back behind the net. Cole Hudson is under pressure. Jesse Kiiskinen on the forecheck, and Will Smith will slow it down.
That's an excellent forecheck by the Finns on that first shift. Good pressure up ice, pressure below the goal line. Keep that big line in their own end.
Niilo-Pekka Muonen starts up ice. He runs right into Ryan Fine. Give it over to Moore. Here's Oliver Moore. He scores! Just over a minute in. Quick strike from Oliver Moore, and the United States have claimed a 1-0 lead.
And after a great and dominant first 45 to 50 seconds, the Finnish group up the boards, full control of the puck, and it's an angle, just a little bit of a bobble and an angle by Ryan Fine in the middle of a line change. And he just puts it into open ice. Oliver Moore pops in and makes no mistake. A little bit of confusion on that Finnish bench right there. What a finish for Oliver Moore. What a start for USA.
Could not draw it up any better than that for Dan Muse and his group. And the Finns are on their heels early. Ryan Fine will draw the lone assist. It's his third assist of the tournament as Oliver Moore has his third goal, complete with 2 assists for 5 points.
Great support in the offensive end by Moore.
Out of Mounds View, Minnesota, that's just north of St. Paul, hometown of Oliver Moore. Once again, leading a strong contingency of Minnesota-born players on this American under 18 roster. As the Finns looking for an answer, Rasmus Kupalainen wraps it around the boards. It's stopped behind the net. Puck bounces loose over to Danny Nelson, and Kerry Terrance plays it ahead to center. Salvatore Guzzo. But Danny Nelson wraps it around the boards to the point. It's held in. Shot incoming from Zeev Buyam. Carries just wide of the net. Through the first 2 games of this tournament, all but 3 American skaters have registered a point, one of which surprisingly is Zeev Buyam. Given the power play time he gets and how good the power play has been to start this tournament for the Americans, that's a bit of a surprising statistic.
Well, it certainly is, but if they were giving out third assists, he'd have lots of those because he's been involved in a lot of very good offensive play.
Fortescue and Cleveland are the other 2 skaters who have yet to register a point, both defensemen. So every forward has factored into at least 1 goal for USA to the first 2 games and 19 goals of this tournament. Here's a shot from the short side. That'll be hung on to for the whistle.
Young James Higgins with a good opportunity coming off the wall. Very important the Finns stay to their game plan here. Only 2 shots for the Americans so far, but Brady Cleveland does a good job of pinching down that wall. The puck pops out to James Higgins. He goes short side. So Imo Vini's only seen 2 shots, but they've both been quality ones. The first one beating him by Oliver Moore.
Over to the near side, Oni Lind plays it across. There's a great save for Trey Augustine. His best save of the tournament so far. And back across and over the line it comes. James Higgins plays it around to the corner. It's picked up by Tom Leppa.
That is an enormous save for Augustine. A clean rush by the Finns and a backhand pass across. Strong opportunity, and Trey Augustine keeps it at 1-0.
Here come the Finns charging it over the line. Another shot from Kiskinen. A prime real estate look, but he just missed the mark. And Ramanadian throws it out in front. Up it comes for Gabe Perreault. In over the line, plays it back. Will Smith with Leonard in front. Here's the shot, scores! Ramanadian from the line, and it's 2 in the first period for USA.
After 2 excellent opportunities for Finland to tie the game up at 1, Manedian starts the play behind his net. And talented players are allowed to use the space in front of the net. He puts it up into the hands of the very capable Perreault. Will Smith, what patience for Smith. Just swing around, read the play, find out what's happening. Calm, use the space that's given it to you, and he sees Manedian, who's beaten his guy up ice, wide open and no mistake for Aram Manedian. Starts it and ends it.
First of the tournament for Manedian from Woodcliff Lake, New Jersey, just south of the New York border. Boston College commit, one of 6 on this under 18 American roster. So 4 minutes in, we've seen more than a couple prime looks for either side and 2 goals for the United States off of them. Still lots more to go. Zeev Boyum. Back up high for Kerry Terrance. For Boyum off his skate. Sent in from the line, and Vini had to be careful there as it's for Terrance in the corner. Sends it behind the net for Fine, and here's Oliver Moore. Kupalainen takes him out along the boards as Fine handles into the slot. Passes off. Across it comes for Zeev Boyum, and he's got to go back to center.
A little dangerous up near that blue line. That lateral pass across with 3 U.S. attackers right along that blue line. If that puck gets poked the other way, it is gone for Finland.
Stretch back into the Finnish zone. Tossed around the boards. Danny Nelson with Beckett Henriksen behind Emil Vini. Staying with it is Danny Nelson, the Notre Dame commit, back to the point. Passes off of the backhand. Into the corner goes Drew Fortescue. Picked up by Emil Pieniemi. Nowhere to go with it, though, as it comes out for Mita Jokinen. And now Konsta Helenius gets his first touch of the game. Underage forward. Made a real impression on us in game number 1 against the Swiss.
Nice defensive play by Danny Nelson, showing it at both ends of the ice. Some strong board play. Nice little pass to create a scoring opportunity. And 200 feet later, he's behind his own net along the goal line, helping his D out. Makes a lot of coaches happy to see someone playing end-to-end like that.
And over the line comes Oni Lind. Crunched into the boards by Brady Cleveland. Now Emil Kusala breaks free. Just throws it around. Tom Lepa's there. Aaron Manadian behind the net. Has it knocked free. And down the ice it goes. Will Vogt was the last to touch it, so this will be icing to USA.
The talented pair of Gabe Perreault and Will Smith was assists on that last goal by Manadian. The ability of those defenders to join the play, and a couple of excellent scoring opportunities for Finland, though. Unable to cash at 1-0, and all of a sudden, one opportunity back. Manadian finishes the Will Smith dish.
Another shot from the line didn't get through. Here's Zachary Scholes tied up with Nurmi, and now Heinonen takes it. Back to the line, another shot off the end boards. Nurmi dumped into the corner by Scholes. Rather make that Brady Cleveland as it comes back out to center ice. Up and over goes Viti Väisänen. Chance developing the other way for Hagens as he tried to stick handle in front of Vini. Escorted away from the net, and a shot right in high on the crest is held on to for the whistle. Hot start in this one. It's an early 2-0 lead for the United States.
Good start, buddy. Good start.
I kind of booted it. It's Aram Manadian, not Aram. Emphasis goes on the first syllable for his first name.
I just went with Manadian.
You sounded fine, buddy. But I'm going to change it up, so just to let you know, that's why.
Good start, Vic. Two goal calls right in that first couple minutes. That's right on top of it.
Yeah, I was right on the Oliver Moore one, too. So
yeah, it's great.
It was good.
Thank you.
Nice play by Fine, though, to force the turnover.
Just popped it. Well, you know what? There's confusion. There was a Finnish defender changing. He just plowed into the middle of the pile.
Yeah, not the biggest kid either. 5'7", 177. You want me to tee up?
No, I'll take it.
Okay.
Good view of the talented young James Hagens. So a double underage, technically a late 06 birthday, and you can see the skill that makes a lot of colleges want to change that uncommitted that's under his name, the only uncommitted player that hasn't decided where he's going to matriculate. A lot of schools would like to change that.
Matriculate. Big word. That's a college-educated word right there.
It's a college word. You only get to matriculate when you go to college, of course.
James Hagens is born November 3rd of 2006. So you said it, Pooley. He is a double underager. He's not eligible to the 2025 NHL draft. So NHL teams and scouts and colleges, whatever, will have a long time to wait and salivate over his skill.
Already a good size, 5'10", starting to fill out.
There's Ryan Leonard. Moves it around the boards. It's picked off and swept ahead to center. Cole Eiserman, sharp angle, and Augustine the save. The rebound pops out to Leonard quickly through center. USA in transition. Puck is taken away by Aaron Kiviharju. Stripped away right back, though, by Will Smith. It's got Gabe Perreault down low. And Kiviharju will send the pass ahead to center, right off a body. It's brought in just over the line by Paul Fisher. Here's Gabe Perreault. He centers. That one's off the paddle of Vini. He gets it right back. Takes another shot and fires it wide. 3 goals and 2 assists for a 5-point outing against the Norwegians for Gabe Perreault. That was more than enough to give him the overall #1 record for most points in a single season by a player with USN TDP. Passing Austin Matthews in his original record of 117 points.
Some pretty good names you're throwing around over there, Victor. This talented trio has been so good together, and all 3 of them headed to Boston College.
And the lines worked over to the far side. Pianini. That number for Matthews might get passed twice in this tournament, by the way. Will Smith is currently at 113 points himself. Perreault's at 121. And will continue to build on that record throughout the course of this tournament.
You know, it's important that the Finns stick with it here. They've had 3 or 4 excellent scoring opportunities, missing the net on 2 of them. Trey Augustine coming up big on a couple of others. So you're walking into the arena, see 2-0, you think this is lopsided. It's not. Finland has skated with the U.S. They haven't finished with them.
It was almost 1-1 at one point. Headed up in for a great cross-crease save from Trey Augustine.
When you talk about timely saves in a tournament, Victor, that's a great example of one right there. Not volume of saves, it's the timing of them that's so important.
There's Lynn. Shot, carries wide. This game right here, it's essentially win the game, you win the group. Finland will finish out their group stage against Norway. And USA will finish against the Swiss. So it would take a monumental upset for things to change. So a lot riding on this one today in the group stage. Hard hit along the far side from Danny Nelson, but Finland come right back in over the line. Topias Helenius directed into the corner boards. Gets some support from Nurmi, but it's Aaron Manadian who brings it back in behind Augustine and passes out to the far side. Down ice it goes. Slaggert racing after it. Finns will take it away and brought in over the line by Kiskinen. Out to the outside by Cole Hudson. Backhand pass from Fortescue is intercepted. Battle for it along the end boards. Danny Nelson, Drew Fortescue with the piece Heenanen, and Jesse Kiskinen kicks out to Cole Hudson, who passes ahead on the left side for Slaggert. Here comes Carter Slaggert. It's knocked away from him back to center. And skating it over the line is Will Smith. Good stick gets in the way. Kalle Kangas with the defensive play. And back over the line, Ryan Leonard can't drive to the net. Out to center, Konsta Helenius chips it past one, chases after it. Bumps Gabe Perreault in the corners. It comes out to the far side in front of the American bench, and cross ice it comes, kicked in by Perreault.
Always interesting, Victor, to see the untraditional numbers of 2 and 4 with the forwards with Will Smith and Gabe Perreault, because you're thinking, wow, that's a defenseman up ice, and then you think, no, that's a very talented forward up ice.
Back around the net. Shot incoming from Hagens, didn't get through. They'll filter it down low. Trying to pick that up was Cole Eiserman, who we haven't seen a whole lot from so far in this game. He had 4 goals against the Norwegians. Ties the tournament record for most goals in a single game. He's the first American to score 4 in a game since Isaac Howard did so last year against the Canadians. High in the slot First shot from Boyum doesn't get through. Still got it and sends this one wide. Blocker side on Vini. Boyum along the boards. Back to the line. Hagens trying to hold it in. He can't. And out it comes.
See Boyum showing that deception that we talked about pregame, that he's so capable of his lateral movement in the offensive zone. The scoring opportunities he creates both for himself and for others.
Chipped around the boards. Emilio Arventi passes back. Kupalainen will set it back again. Finns will complete a change.
Things have settled in a little bit now in this hockey game, and very important that the Finns end this period this way or better. They've had their opportunities. They've got to understand that. They will continue to get them. They've got some talented players up front.
Oni Lynn directed to the end boards. There's going to be a penalty here on the play. Emil Kusala has it. Could be Zachary Schultz to the box if and when USA get their next touch.
Aggressive finish by Zach Schultz along the end boards, and the referee with great eyes on it. Just watched him come up high a little bit on the finished player. Finished power play, an opportunity to produce.
2 for 6 in the tournament. The Finns on the power play. USA perfect 100% on the penalty kill. They got the best penalty kill and the best power play in this tournament. A combined 150% between the two of them. Is Helenius back to the line for Aron Kiviharju. For Helenius up the middle, a shot from Urin and Kieran's high over the net, out of play.
Looking to that pop man in the middle. Uronen just gets set up a little bit, but a good read by the defender, getting his stick on that pass. And 2 right shots, very highly skilled players. Helenius and Kiskinen have both been factors on the power play.
Moore versus Helenius on the face-off, and Helenius wins it back. Allows Finland to set it up. Kupalainen for Helenius to the line for Kiviharju. Skates it over, back over for Konsta. Helenius shoots, scores! Through traffic on the power play, and Finland have their first of the contest to shrink the lead down to 1.
Great movement along the top of the box for the Finnish squad. Helenius essentially fills the space voided as you watch the walk across the top of the blue line. Good patience down low, and then it's this walk right here along the top. Kiviharju clears space. You fill the space behind him if you're Helenius. Wait for the traffic in front of Trey Augustine and release the puck. High stick side. We'll get a good shot of the traffic in front right there. Look at the bodies crossing in front of Trey Augustine, and a good release by Helenius. I thought he was the best Finnish player in that first game. No fear at all on the offensive end of things.
First of the tournament for Helenius, who despite being born in May of 2006, played most of his season in the top Finnish Liga for Jukurit. 33 games, not to be confused with Jokerit, two different teams. But Jukurit's head coach is longtime Finnish national team star Olli Jokinen. Back in over the line. USA, and on the attack it's Leonard, who's brought down. Spilled right in front of the crease. And back to the near side. Hard drive from Will Smith. And getting over to make the save is Vini. Boyan from the line. Leonard off the boards. Into the slot for Will Smith. Smith fires a shot. Vini the save. Back into the slot, looking to clear it out is Kiskinen. It'll be carried to the line by Heinonen and out to center.
Sweet feed by Boyan over to Will Smith, and he got all of that one-timer.
Good response shift from the United States after conceding their first power play goal of the tournament. And Cole Hudson will chase it back here into his own zone.
There's the little deception right there. The swing puck over, or stick over puck rather.
Abracadabra, and the puck's in the offensive zone.
It is, isn't it? It looks like a magic wand.
Nice intercept from Aram Manadian. That allows Scholes to play it back over right to him. Backhanded in by Will Vogt. Eiserman with Hagens. Hagens cycles it around. No one's there in the corner. And allows Lepa to lift it out.
Manadian one day will run a college power play, and it sounds funny to say when he doesn't get an opportunity to hear because of the talent in front of him with the two underagers.
He zipped across the crease. Kasper Halttunen backhanded it out to center. And it's passed ahead for James Hagens. Held to the outside by Junkeri. Looks to backhand it into the slot. It's intercepted. Alasiurova played it out. Right back in it comes for Aaron Kiviharju.
Will Vogt showed a good defensive stick on two different occasions there. He's the old guy, if you will, the 05 playing with the two kids, Hagens and Eiserman. So when you're considered the veteran and you're actually just pure draft age, Will Vogt doing a nice job of being in good defensive position.
Here's Kupalainen. They back to the line. Fanning on the shot is Viti Väisänen. Centering effort doesn't get through. Tom Lepa back to the line. Mitja Jokinen. Väisänen. He shoots. That got through, and Augustine sees it the whole way. He'll hang on with 2:54 remaining in the first.
and coached in the DEL and coached in the Champions League. We see him every year. It seems like he's a regular visitor.
Yeah, with Red Bull Munich in the Champions League, the most successful German team in the history of the CHL. And winners today over Ingolstadt in Game 5. So Don Jackson, what a career. They call him the German Scotty Bowman with 9 titles as a head coach. And 4 years at the University of Notre Dame in the 70s.
Just ahead of me. He graduated the year that I came in as a freshman.
A lot of European League finals happening just before the World Championship gets started in Finland and Latvia in May. Great time of the year for hockey worldwide. Here's Ryan Fine in the slot. Passes out in front. Comes out for Minetti. Passes right back to the line and out to center. And that's picked off. Back in and trying to make a move was Orinen. Stripped neatly of the puck. And crisis averted for the United States.
Strong recovery by Zach Schultz. Gave that puck up and then took it right back away.
There's Kasper Halttunen darting in the wing, and Augustine absorbs that shot with no rebound on the doorstep.
Trey Augustine off his angle a little bit there. Maybe overloaded a little bit outside the post, it seemed like, but got good enough positioning to take that opportunity away. And talked about Halttunen a lot, flying down that wing. There was the takeaway by Zach Schultz. Good recovery. The big defenseman, head of the University of Wisconsin. Captain of this hockey club and always proud to wear the C on that jersey.
Bunch of good players, good defensemen go through that Wisconsin Badgers program over the years, haven't they?
Oh yes, a lot of them were there at the same time when, when I was scouting them.
Off the draw, shot, scores! On the rebound, Arttu Aliasorua jams it home, and the Finns have come back to tie the game at 2.
Face-off play so critical, and a little win and a follow. Having to stay with your man on that face-off coverage off the boards. Aliasorua gets one bang at it off the outside of the post and then follows, and he's able to tuck it over that goal line. Watch the follow. Hard one off the post. Augustine got a piece of that first one, unable to cover. And right back at an even score late in this first period. Conversation going on with the official and Dan Muse here. I'm not sure what it's about, but his patient Finnish club down 2-0 early in what looked like it could be a blowout game. The Finns said no such thing. Able to get back into it with a power play goal to start with. Little bit unhappy look on the face of Dan Muse there. These two teams are too strong and evenly matched to expect a blowout of any sort. We have what has grown into an evenly played first period here. The Finns coming on strong in the second half.
Still time, and this shot is ripped wide, sent right back across. Essi Nurmi hustles over to it. Topias Heinonen. Puck is worked away and fed down the ice. Here's Eiserman with the backhand up high on Vini, and he catches that for the whistle.
I mentioned Will Vogt earlier on the defensive side of things. Here we have an offensive side play. Strong stick along the boards, head up, sees Eiserman cutting across just outside the blue line, and a backhand opportunity. Kiviharju back is able to angle him a little bit to the outside, but Eiserman showing that speed and skill once again.
Ending this period the same way we started it, very eventfully. Final 10 seconds. Finland to center. Swept in. Right past Trey Augustine. Lind in the corner. And time will run out on the first period of play. But not before we get one more penalty. Maybe a couple that'll carry over to the second.
It's going to be a late call on Eiserman in the slot.
So Finland who were down by 2 to start this game, have tied it and will start this second period on the power play. 2-2 the score in Basel after 20. Okay.
Yes, sir. Good period. That's what we're looking for.
Konsta Helenius eka erä pelattu täällä näin Jenkkejä vastaan ja näytti siltä, että Jenkit tulee aika fyysisesti tuohon alkuun. Miltä susta tuntui?
No joo, tuli aika fyysisesti ja sai 2 nopeita maalia. Siitä oli vähän meidän mokia, mutta ihan kova peli tulossa.
No sitten mennään siihen sun maaliin, niin siinä näytti, että juonitte siinä Kiviharjun kanssa jotain ja sitten lähti aika nätisti ranne. Kerro vähän omin sanoin tosta.
No tyyve ei ole oikein toiminut, että sitten päätin, että ammu itse ja se näytti tuottavan tulosta ainakin.
Alright, miten nyt 2-2, niin miten tästä eteenpäin, miten seuraavaa erää, millä eväillä?
No puolustusta parannetaan, että ei päästä maaleen ainakaan, tehdään vaikka pari.
Tuntuuko, että tämä matsi on ihan voitettavissa ja olette niinku ihan messissä tässä?
Joo, kyllä on voitettavissa, ollaan kyllä aikaisemminkin voitettu USA.
Onko lisää tulossa pisteitä vielä?
Ei tiedä vielä.
Alright, kiitos.
Kiitos.
That is a tough one to tackle. Very good. You are a brave man, dude.
Oliver, your third goal in 3 games here. What's going right for you at the tournament?
Yeah, I just think our line's playing really well right now, and obviously our power play's playing well too. And yeah, I mean, we've had a couple kind of out-of-hand games, but it's nice to get on the score sheet for sure.
Between the 2 U.S. goals, Trey Augustine made a couple huge saves. What kind of confidence?
Good. You're tackling the second half now, yeah? There you go. setup there, right? Like I said, Bully, there's no such thing as a perfect sports broadcaster, but you might be the closest thing to it.
Pretty entertaining period, eh?
I loved it. A little wide open to start and to finish.
I'm liking Will Smith's game.
Yeah. Has he been the best player for you today on USA so far?
There you have it.
And then Eddie had a pretty good period too, right?
That'd be good. Oh!
Kate. Your birthday?
Can you have it and eat it too? Save this for a second. Have a spot of cake in it. Spot. Oh, lemon. Very tart. Hey, so are you still Xanadu out of your apartment?
Am I still what? Am I still?
Are you still Xanadu out of your apartment? Or are you back in it?
Oh, no, I'm back in it. Yeah. I was only out of it for the 2.5 weeks, which was annoying. There's still a giant hole in my bathroom.
Yeah.
So that's hopefully going to get patched up this month.
Nice.
We'll see. They've been inside to inspect it 3 different times now, so still the same hole. Hasn't grown, hasn't shrunk. It's the same.
Yeah, it's there.
Same
Hole there.
giant square.
The hole is still there.
So we'll see. We're approaching the 1-year anniversary of the flood, so yeah. How many spots do you have? You got the place in Toronto.
Just two.
Just the 2, eh? So what's the spot in Toronto's a condo, right?
It's an apartment.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a new building, 8 stories.
Yeah.
I'm on the back side, so I look over the top of the roof of the treetops of the Kingsway. Right on the edge of the Kingsway, so I look right at the city line. It's a really nice building. It's 2 years old.
That's good. Very new.
Like 10-foot ceilings.
So
Very
ceilings like
Yeah.
this, eh?
Yeah, very Euro appliances. And it's only a 1-bedroom.
big the whole?
600 square feet, 700 square feet. Like it's tiny.
So you need though.
Yeah.
You're not there, all the time, right?
Great underground parking, really high ceilings, really bright.
You have a kitchen?
Oh,
Yeah, a kitchen, bathroom, obviously, bedroom.
European appliances. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's a great space for me.
You rent?
Yeah. It's $2,200 a month, which I think is really reasonable.
It's not bad at all.
That's including parking.
And where is this?
It's at Prince Edward and Dundas on the north edge of the Kingsway.
Yeah, I'm never in that area, but I would have guessed it was going to go for like 3,000
Yeah, no.
on rent.
It's
That's
really
not
good.
too shabby at all.
Great, yeah, really, but really nice building, like
Yeah.
concierge, lobby.
Got a good gym and everything.
Great gym.
Yeah.
Terrific gym. It's got a trainer. There's a trainer.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm probably not moving unless I have to, but
Which McEachran is that?
on the Islanders? Carolina.
I don't know that person, do you?
I don't know. The only McEachran I know played university for University of Toronto. I'm McEachran. Not him. Sean McEachran, he retired years ago.
Might be his kid. Put in the shortest name in Carolina, which is Nichaz.
Or Stahl.
No, Nichaz is. There's no McEachran. This must be his first game. So now you have to go to the minor league team. Mackenzie McEachran.
Okay.
Bloomfield Hills, Michigan.
Kenzie McEachran. It's not.
He's 30 years old.
He's 30 years old?
Yeah. Oh, the kid that played in St. Louis. Yes. Kid that played in St. Louis during the Cup run.
Whole year in Charlotte or what?
Chicago Wolves.
Oh, Chicago. Right. Okay. First game with Carolina all year, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I had to go to the Wolves to find him.
Yeah. First game with Carolina, period. So,
Be great, Victor. Be great.
just trying to live up to your standard, buddy.
Fight. Go, buddy. Fight. Let's go. Go, buddy. Fight for that win. Fight. Fight for that win. Fight. Let's go.
On the season collective, this is the third meeting between USA and Finland. The first two, they split either way. The USA beat Finland early in the season 7-5 at a back-and-forth affair through the first 20 minutes of this one at the U18 Worlds Pooley. Looks like we could be in for something similar with the rubber match.
We knew these two teams would be competitive, Victor. This is the top of the table. in this division, and we knew this would be the game that both were pointed at, both were looking at. U.S. off to a great start, up 2-0 early in the game, but now Finland battling back. And even when it was 2-0, they'd had their opportunities. Here we'll see the penalty in the slot to Cole Eiserman. Ooh, that's a high cross-check, rather. He might have been fortunate to only get 2 on that play. The U.S. will start on their penalty kill. Their power play, or their penalty kill rather, had been perfect through the tournament until that first period, when it was solved by Helenius from the point. Konsta Helenius getting that shot through from the point, the first power play goal to be scored against the U.S. Now another opportunity for Finland to strike.
So the Finns are now 3 for 7 on the power play at the U18s, and they will start the second stanza up a man with Eiserman in the box officially. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Here is Kasper Halttunen. Plays it up high for Aaron Kiviharju. He's got Helenius on the near side. Halttunen takes the shot from almost the exact same spot that Helenius scored back in the first. Doesn't get it through this time as Konsta Helenius takes it on the wing. Up high for Aaron Kiviharju. Fires the shot and did not get much of that from the corner. Fortescue will send that out off the boards.
Kiviharju, the key of walking that blue line, able to go either way with it. Now he's got Helenius on the one-timer on the other side from what their first look was.
USA get another clear down the ice. Aaron Kiviharju was a double underage defenseman last season. Underage again this year.
Looks very comfortable running that power play.
Jesse Nurmi right in toward Trey Augustine, and he'll smother this for the whistle.
Strong effort through the first minute plus of this power play. U.S. doing a good job of really focusing on Kiviharju up at the top there, but a little different configuration. These teams scout each other so well, and even what worked in the first period, the Finns going to a little different look on the first power play of the second period.
Danny Nelson tries to win the drawback. Finland will take control. Esi Kiiskinen slings it across. Up high. Pininiemi. His shot's blocked by Guzzo. He didn't see where the puck was, though. That allows Finland to hold it in. Esi Kiiskinen to the far side. Cross ice looking for Pininiemi. Didn't get there. And angled off the boards and out by Zach Schultz.
Danny Nelson with strong body position on that first one with the block, and then the stick position a little bit lower in that box.
Jarventi almost stripped of it by Smith. Right back out to the front comes Esi Kiiskinen, and Augustine makes the save, and the puck is cleared. That'll conclude the Finnish power play to start the period.
Just near the end of that penalty kill, the talented Will Smith out there defending. Gabe Perreault joining him now, right back to the first line for the U.S.
Perreault centers and did not connect. That was easily intercepted. Oni Lynn carries it back the other way with Tom Lepa and Emil Kusala. Taken up ice by Ryan Leonard. Runs this one ahead of the target, Smith. Scooped up and carried in deep by Väisänen. Turns it around. Here comes Emil Kusala. Snapped up for Lind. Take it away, and Leonard serpentining around in the corner. Looks to shake off Lepa. He's brought down. Aggressive play by Lepa on the forecheck, and he's going to get penalized for it. And that'll send USA to their first power play of the game.
Somewhat fortunate for Ryan Leonard there. You can see the strength of Leonard as he turns back into Lepa. Lepa just so it's a stick swing, and the first one is fine. The stick swing rather into the skates knocks Leonard off his feet. That's the call on the second portion of it. Lepa, of course, not agreeing. Yet to see a player agree. Shake his head up and down when he gets in that penalty box. Usually it's going side to side.
Quick shot from Cole Eiserman is blocked. 6 for 12, 50%. Best power play in the tournament belongs to Team USA thus far. Oliver Moore Skates it down low behind Vini. Cole Eiserman sets up on the near side. Moore skips it back across. Vogt plays it down low for Hagens. Vogt will set up in front. Here's Oliver Moore looking for Vogt. Off the stick of Kiviharju. And around past the line, out to center it comes. Cole Hutson. Back for Eiserman. So Dan Muse starting with the youngsters on this power play. 3:06 is out there. And Finland sprint out to center. Alasiurawa, the first of the 2 Finnish goals in this game. Now to check that, the second, as it comes back over to the near side.
Pretty nice option to go with Eiserman and Hagens on that second unit that we've spoken about. Hudson, quarterback on this one.
Good pass right to Cole Eiserman. Right on the mark. Cole Eiserman, 6th of the tournament on the power play. USA restore the lead.
That would be Cole to Cole, Hudson to Eiserman. And a pair of Coles on the goal with that one. Eiserman set up on that strong side. On his offside, you can see the deception of Hudson back in and out. And the lane opens up. Perfect pass across. No chance at all for Vini. It's the passer and the receiver. The receiver, the slight adjustment, the setup, the full windup, and the pound into that empty net. What a dish by Cole Hudson. His 5th assist of the tournament.
So a Cole plus Cole equals a goal for the United States. On the power play, it's Hudson to Eiserman. And here they come right back again. Team USA threatening with Kerry Terrance, but he couldn't shoot. Knocked away. And now 7 for 13 on the power play to start this tournament as Team USA.
You got to be screaming if you're on the bench in Finland with Lauri Merkivi saying, hey guys, we have got to stay out of the box here. We cannot take penalties. That powerful power play just showed its wares there. The second unit, the first unit that drew it, the 249 line, didn't even get back out. You'd love that little internal competition between 2 talented groups like that. The youngsters, Hagens and Eiserman, leading the second unit, if you will. Can you even call it the first and second unit? Not sure you can with Cole Hudson quarterbacking the de facto second unit.
Here's Junkari. He passes across for Kiviharju. Takes a bit of a push toward the end boards. Back it comes for Junkari. His shot ricochets off a leg. Danny Nelson to the corner. And Nelson comes away with it. He's brought down behind the net with Kiskinen. He tries to center for Heinonen. Can't get the shot through. Heinonen will get it back. Jesse Kiskinen. Out to center, Junkari slips it around. Here comes Aaron Kiviharju. Shrugs off one. Gathering speed through center. Offloads. Nurmi back across off the boards for Scholes. Nelson to Scholes. Stick from Väisänen got in the way as it comes back out in front and pushed just wide of the net by Salvatore Guzzo. Chasing after it. Scholes first to it, icing to Finland.
A little generous on the icing call there. Not quite over the goal line when that whistle blew. Nice pushback by the Finns right away again. Just entering this mid portion of the second period. Youngster James Hagens gets his third point of the series with an assist on that power play goal. He had the second assist to Cole Hudson on the perfect pass to Cole Eiserman.
Here's Cole Hudson once again working his magic from the point. This time he's bumped out to center, turned it over, and the Finns skate in 3-on-2. Maxim Elisiev in the corner, rather Alasiurawa, wrapped up by Cole Eiserman. Now Hudson tied up with Väisänen. And the breakout pass from Hudson, intercepted at center. Staying with it, though, is Smith out of the net. Vini just steers it to the far side boards. And Jokinen, short pass ahead for LSU Ottawa. And over the line, Kanga's shot from well out.
Name on that Detroit wheel wing jersey, Chris Draper to his right. Building full of scouts and managers, and many of whom wish they were back home in the NHL playoffs at this point, but Detroit will have its day in the near future.
Cole Eiserman playing not too far right now from Stevie Y and the Red Wings in Ann Arbor. Originally a Massachusetts product, playing in Michigan, and he's committed to Minnesota.
Getting his geography lessons all in order.
And who knows where his career will take him after that. As it comes over for Ryan Fine on the near side, slings this one across off the boards. Of course, there's a lot of GMs, directors of scouting, scouts from NHL organizations all over the league in Switzerland, in Joie and Basel for the length of this tournament. Not just a great opportunity to see the American players, but some of these European players as well that they haven't had a chance to see in person all year. As Oliver Moore passes it across. And back up high, Aaron Manetian. One goal already today. Skates around, still in the slot. Manetian in front. Vini gets over to make the save. It's in. They score. Chaos erupts in front of the Finnish net. They will look at this immediately. But if it stands, it will be a 4-2 lead for USA. It might have been Ryan Fine to get the last touch on it.
They're going to the video review. The referee designated right away, drawing the picture of the TV screen. If you go into video review, watch Vini's right leg here. This goal won't count. My guess is this goal will not count. That this pad will be pushed in. I think this puck is frozen under the pad of Vini right there. I think that puck is frozen, and now the stick comes in from Ryan Fine underneath and pushes it through. I don't think this will take long, and I don't think that this goal will count.
Call on the ice was good goal. Oh, now so they've changed the call on the ice now to no goal, and now they will officially review it.
Okay, so that's getting help from the officials. That's the linesman getting involved with the referees. 4 people involved in that conversation, 2 people involved in this video review. We've got great eyes on the video. Oh, this is good, Victor. We've got great eyes on exactly what they're looking at right now. So the linesman, I think, designated to the referee that the puck was frozen under the pad, so they called it no goal on the ice. There's the puck off the post. Now it's frozen. Now a 1 count, a 2 count, that slow motion. Now the stick from Ryan Fine comes in underneath the pad, drives the puck home. What a great view. Great camera work here.
Bringing the situation room to your living room from Basel.
I think that puck is frozen under the right pad. See CCM there, and I think it's frozen underneath that. Ryan Fine's stick comes in and drives it in. My guess is the call on the ice of no goal will stand.
And by the way, you're 1 for 1 so far in the tournament on these reviews. Batting 1,000%.
Putting my record on the line.
Referees today, Daniel Eriksson of Sweden, Loic Ruprecht of Switzerland, and on the lines, Shane Gustafsson of USA and Dominic Schlegel of Switzerland.
Such a nice option to be able to go to this now, Victor, rather than have in the past what was only the judgment of one official on the ice in the not too distant past that would be responsible for this. I also like the patience. It takes an extra 30 seconds, an extra 45 seconds. Got to get this call right. It's a 3-2 hockey game, far too important for both sides, and the seeding and what goes into this halfway through a hockey game to rush to this judgment.
So the original call was a good goal. Officials confirmed. They've changed the call on the ice to no goal. So for this to count, they would need to have sufficient conclusive evidence that this is indeed a good goal.
Great view of it there. Terrific view from that top camera. See, I think that's frozen long enough. But they're being patient with it.
Ryan Fine would be the goal scorer.
Ryan Fine's fine with it. He's totally fine with it. A Harvard-bound Ryan Fine going to play for Teddy Donato at that Fine program.
Would be his first goal of the tournament. These video reviews.
Wow.
It's a fine line between what's a good goal and what's not, isn't it?
Taking a little longer than I thought it would, Victor. A little longer than I thought it would. I've already made my mind up.
Yes, you have.
They're taking it.
If you were the goal judge, we'd be playing.
We'd be playing right now. They're taking a little longer than I did.
Or Mary Kivi, a coach of Finland.
Anguishing on the bench because he knows how important this call is.
You know, they've both had looks at it on the bench.
Battled back from a 2-0 deficit in this game once already. He doesn't want to battle back from another 2-goal deficit.
Okay, headsets off.
Helmet's on.
Here's the call. Dave Poulin is 2 for 2 in the tournament.
Ryan Fine is not pleased, but I believe that's the correct call. I believe that puck is frozen under the pad. You can't drive the goalie's pad into the net. Shakes it off and says, I'm going to go get another one.
Almost had the lead back to 2, but instead will remain 3-2. 12:25 to go in the second. Dan Muse will get the explanation.
Always like an explanation at that point too. You know, just out of respect, you'll go and outline exactly what your thought process was. Very transparent in this. But Danny Muse doesn't have to like what he hears. Let's see if this swings the flow either way. If you're on the U.S. side, you're determined to come back and get another one. Now he wants the face-off inside the zone.
He's saying because I think that the goalie froze the puck, that the face-off should come inside.
He doesn't like much of anything that he hears right now from that referee. If I were that referee, I'd tell the other guy to go over and talk to him now. He doesn't like me anymore.
Face-off does come outside the zone, and Finland will take it. Over to the near side. Glaciurova can't find the mark as Cole Eiserman will skate it back into his own territory.
These delays or breaks, Victor, after a call like that, can pull it either way. the Finns can show how determined they are. The U.S. can come right back and say, we're getting it back.
Well, Vogt slings it across, and Eiserman rips the shot just wide. Menedian falls, gets back to his feet. Fires a wrist shot, sharp redirection, but it's wide of the net. Vogt back to the slot, and a hard one-time drive from Menedian. Seeing lots of air on Menedian today. USA stay on the attack. What a move! And they score again. James Higgins. This one will count. And the United States are back on top by 2, up 4-2.
Will Vogt is also going to Boston College. We've talked about that big line, but Vogt is all over this shift. He had 3 great setups. That's one of them. Watch the nifty move by James Higgins coming off the sideboards. There's the Vogt pass. Pulls it through the legs from behind to the backhand. Watch Higgins coming across here. Watch the niftiness right here. Oh, toe drag backwards through the feet. That is a slick move by the double underage James Higgins.
That's his first of the tournament. Grew up about 25 miles east of Nassau Coliseum. Grew up an Islanders fan. Big game for the Islanders going on today. And Higgins, the underager, continues to add to the point production total for the group of 06s on this roster.
We'll clarify again, when I say double underager, he's a 1-year underage, born after September 15th. So that makes him a double underager by draft standards, but you can see the skills of James Higgins. 2 assists coming into this game. An assist on the 3rd goal, and that very pretty 4th goal.
We saw him on the international stage back in November out in British Columbia at the Under-17 World Hockey Challenge. He torched the tournament for 21 points in 7 games, playing on a line with Cole Eiserman, who tied Ovechkin's single tournament goals record in that event with 12. Higgins set the tournament record for assists and points with 13 assists and the 21 points.
There's your answer. I was talking about a disappointing no goal by Ryan Fine, a bounce back immediately after by James Higgins. That's the coveted 2-goal lead for the U.S.
Here's Topias Helenius. Back to the line, and Finland's right back to where they were a period ago, down by 2. Already erased the deficit once. They'll have to replicate the feat again. Oliver Moore cruising in offside. Ryan Fine just a half step ahead.
Carey Terrance with the touch coming out of the zone, a name we haven't said as much as we said in the last game. He was very prominent. The Erie Otter had scored 30 goals in the OHL and coming in at 3 assists so far in the tournament. The talented goal scorer hanging around the front of that net. Lined up with Oliver Moore. Moore scored the first goal of the game from Ryan Fine. Terrance yet to get on the score sheet today.
Here's Kiviharju, shovels it back. Junkari down the ice. That missed everybody. Icing charge to Finland.
So explaining Terrance, the ability to go to the OHL to pick up a player for this tournament. Full discretion to do that if you're the U.S., but they tend to stay with kids that go through the program, Victor. It's pretty rare. They'll go outside for the World Juniors, but for the most part, this U18 team is the exact team that has spent 2 years together in Plymouth, honing their skills as a group, and that's the strength, is that they have all played together. Too tempting to go outside the organization to grab a goal-scoring Carey Terrance.
9:42 to go in the second. Penalty on the play. U.S.
play to go back to work. This is what got them back in the game, with Helenius scoring the first power play goal against the U.S. in this tournament.
1 for 2 on the power play in the game, 3 for 8 in the tournament. All right, Kiviharju hesitates, passes off to Helenius. Got Halttunen on the near side. He's got it now. Kasper Halttunen. Reverend Kiviharju. Halttunen. Down low, Kupalainen. Back up the middle. Tuomas Uurinen sets up in front on Augustine. Supplying the screen, and the shot from Kiviharju searched out by Augustine with the glove, and he hangs on.
An important shot for Kiviharju because of the talent on both sides. Helenius on one side, Halttunen on the other side. Both right shots, both skilled. Helenius with the goal today from his strong side. But they're interchangeable. Their willingness to shoot the puck states that you have to shoot it if you're the guy in the middle, so the U.S. respects that. Otherwise, they'll just sit on the flanks. So a good shot by Kiviharju to get it through, get it on net, and that will open up the flanks for the shots that they would prefer.
This one sizzled down the ice. Vini will leave it behind for Pieniemi. Finland on the attack, and the shot from Kiiskinen misses blocker side on Augustine. Pieniemi plays it across. He'll get it back. One-timer from Kiiskinen. Big block from Eero Manetian.
There's the third talented right shot skill player, Kiiskinen, who doesn't play on the first unit, but he's the go-to guy of the second unit.
And he plays it off to Jesse Nurmi. Nurmi through the slot. Offloads. Pass from Järventie up high. Pieniemi. Off to Järventie. Pieniemi for Kiiskinen. Switches with Pieniemi. And it's taken by Emil Järventie. Järventie off the wing. Augustine lost sight of it, but it's cleared out down the ice, and that'll do it for the Finnish power play.
Good traffic in front. That may have hit the U.S. defender. Looked like it was a dangerous shot up high on the short side on Augustine.
Will Vogt steps out of the box. O'Neill Lind steps into the zone for the Finns, and from low in the zone, he'll pass it up high for Aaron Kiviharju. Bit of a cross up there at the line, allows Will Smith to fire it ahead. Here's Cole Hudson. Swings around in the offensive zone. Drops it for Will Smith. Through the slot, and the shot is blocked by Lind. Stays alive. Finland will direct it out to center. Here comes Kusala. Cross-ice pass didn't get through. He'll shovel it back around. Up the ice. And shot in by Drew Fortescue. Kiviharju up for Lepa. Pass off the skate up to Kusala. He dodges Hudson as he passes off. Shot from Halttunen right past Augustine. And Finland are clawing their way back into this contest again.
Well, Halttunen, the highest rated Finnish skater on this team, rated number 9 in the European rankings. And the midterms, Kasper Halttunen, who was a standout in that first game. Full flight, good rush. Just an evasion of Cole Hudson right there, slides the puck over, and I thought Augustine was off his angle a little bit earlier on a shot that he stopped. This one catches him just inside the post. That is a nifty little move coming up ice by Kusla. Slides the puck over to the big captain, Halttunen, inside the post. Oh, and Halttunen comes back and has a little something to say to Trey Augustine. Imagine that.
Some tension brewing as we enter the late stages of the second stanza. Third of the tournament for Kasper Halttunen. Battle for it here along the far side. It doesn't take much, does it, for Halttunen to find a hole. He's got it again now on the wing. This time passes up the middle. That just missed the mark. Halttunen had the game winner against Switzerland, where he decided to just drive the net and stuff it home. As Oliver Moore is shifting into the corner. Curls it back around the boards. Paul Fisher passes off on the wing. Now Hagens to the line. Plays it back down the wing, and shot looking to go up high. Helenius could not beat Vini. Fine passes off. Shot blocked. Rebound. That one skitters just wide as Terrance plays it over to Fine. Manadian keeps it moving. Here's Boom with his shot. And back around. It's just held in at the line. Fine moved it over for Manadian. Manadian drifting to the point. Shot for the slot, in and out of the glove of Vini. Off the glass, not out. Zach Scholz, who's out there now, keeps it in. He takes this shot, just missed. And Manadian reels it in.
Aggressive push by the U.S. 5 minutes to go in this period.
Down low, what a look for Hagens. That puck just stays out. Sharp angle for a left-handed shot. And he almost beat Vini up high.
Victor, we're watching the confidence of young James Hagens grow right in front of our eyes.
Here's Will Vogt back for Hagens. Can't pull the trigger this time. Tied up by Junkeri. And the Finns break out to center. They'll just slide it ahead as they change it up.
A nice spirited push by both squads after that 4-3 goal.
Junkeri pounded along the boards. He's wrapped up. James Hagens was all over him as it comes out to center for Finland once more. On the break-in, this shot from Kiviharju just missed blocker side on Augustine. Finland stay with it. Kumpalainen for Kiviharju. Hits the brakes. He's brought down by Vogt for the second time this period. Vogt will go to the penalty box. 2 minutes for hooking the Finns.
Same lateral movement to catch Will Vogt. Finland back on the power play.
1 for 3 on the day. Kiviharju for Helenius. Back to Kiviharju. Halttunen take the one-timer. Halttunen plays it down low. Kumpalainen back out, and fanning on it is Helenius. And Finland have to get back in a hurry. Here comes Danny Nelson lugging it in on the left side. He'll opt to just hit the brakes and ends up clearing it out of play for the stoppage.
I thought there was going to be too many men on the ice for the Finnish squad coming back, but Danny Nelson's been a principal penalty killer. 3 points in the tournament so far, and the big centerman out of Maple Grove, Minnesota is on his way to Notre Dame as well. 6'3", 200 pounds, and promising all-round game for Coach Jeff Jackson waiting at Notre Dame.
Maple Grove, Minnesota, same hometown as Brock Faber. World Junior captain for USA from 2022, Olympian, and now member of the Minnesota Wild.
Having quite an impact so far in the playoffs.
In transition, Well defended by USA as they fling it down the ice. Tenacious forecheck to follow up. Tied up was Carter Slager as he's worked to the ice.
That is good up ice pressure. Not sitting back at all.
Nurmi knocked away momentarily. Kiskinen fishes it away. At the line, mighty close, but he kept it in as he plays it back for Pieniemi. Pieniemi passes off, gets it back from Järventie. Nurmi for Pieniemi. Stumbles. Pressured as they'll keep it in at least momentarily. Minetti and Nelson trying to get it out, and it'll be Guzzo who clears it down the length of the ice.
Very strong and important penalty kill late in this period by the U.S. Similar script to this first period where they were up 2 and Finland tied it late. Finland looking to do the same right now.
Final seconds of the power play. Will Vogt steps out of the box, and USA get away with it unscathed. Up ice comes Kusala. Over the line with Lepa. Kusala chucks it back around the boards. Kusala looking for Lind. Slaggard plays it ahead to Will Smith. Confidently over the line. Hands it off. Gabe Perreault with Slaggard in front. And don't know how Vini could have seen anything there with the screen as the puck made its way just wide anyway. And Boyan plays it to center. Will Smith starting it over the line, up the middle, makes a move. Here's Smith, he scores! Will Smith all by himself, and the lead for USA late in the second is back to 2.
That is an enormous wow goal for Will Smith. The individual skill in the neutral zone, the lateral movement, the stop and go, the restart, the power through, just a sliver of an opening, and takes his puck to the forehand, and even the shot, it looks like he's going to deep back to his backhand. Watch the release right here. Just inside the post. Vini back a little bit deep. Will Smith exploits the depth of the goalie, and a spectacular individual effort for Will Smith to make it 5-3 for the U.S. as the Finns were pushing tie.
Turning the Finnish defense inside out for his 4th of the tournament.
We've seen some nice goals in that tournament. I'm not sure we've seen an individual effort like that, Victor.
So 5-3 for the United States. Will Smith unassisted.
Vic, I can tell you from experience, when you're sitting watching a tournament, you're watching young players, you work for a team, you're scouting or you're managed for a team, and you see a skill like that, you're just silent for a couple of minutes. You're trying to envision them.
Here we go again in transition, and a shot from Oliver Moore, who started the goal scoring all the way back early in the first period. Couldn't convert. 24 seconds to go in the second. Turned over, back in front to the backhand, and Vini makes the save. This time denying Carey Terrence.
First good opportunity Terrence has had today. That's his turf coming into that area. Excellent skill by Ryan Fine on the steal, and Vini just essentially outweights Terrence as he crosses to his backhand. But as I mentioned, you're watching a young player like Will Smith play, and you're trying to envision him, first of all, in your colors, and second of all, if you're going to let him wear number 2 as a forward, or who is wearing number 2 in your team,
I was about to say,
give it up.
I can't imagine there's a lot of NHL teams out there right now that have number 2 available to begin with.
Exact point, and if you do, you might have to ask somebody to switch their number, but you might happily do so to add a talent like Will Smith. Excuse me, I might need that number 2.
Wow, another goal-filled period. Finns playing catch-up. throughout this contest. They find themselves at a 2-goal deficit once again, this time through 40. Score is 5-3 for the United States after 2 periods of play in Basel.
Schneider-Jans kind of goes, Brown goes second, hits a better one. And then Clutterbuck puts his by Schneider-Jans. But he's up further on the tee, right?
Yeah.
And Schneider-Jans is walking off the first tee, and I'm walking right with him, right? And he says to his caddy, okay, this could be fun. And I asked James about it after, and he said, he was just in heaven.
Yeah.
Because he goes, normally in a pro-am, like, you get
hackers, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And he just said he was in his fucking glory.
That's awesome. Pressure's on Duthie if you're in that group, eh?
Duthie's a good player.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a good player. Like, he's single digit.
That's good.
But he hits it really well off the tee.
He does, eh?
His issue is, if he has one, is his short game.
Really? Yeah. Just not clutch at all on the greens?
No, more, I'd say more with a wedge in his hands.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to say if that's the issue.
Right. Approaching from like 100 in.
Really well off the tee.
Yeah.
Really well. So Austin Watson played in 2010.
I was just going to say.
The year Windsor traded him to Peterborough.
Yeah, I've almost got this list here fully up now.
So Logan Brown did?
Logan Brown did. I'll tell you this. Okay. Oh, Tom McCollum did too.
Who?
Thomas McCollum, first round pick to the Wings in 08 as a goalie.
Oh, right.
Never panned out. So there's been a couple goalies that have done it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so O'Sullivan, Logan Brown, Philip McRae, Ann Collins, Austin Watson, that's 5. James Wisniewski, 6. Mike Brown, the goalie, 7. Alex Nedeljkovic, 8. Tom McCollum, 9. So Terrence is Terrence would be the 10th player to play in this tournament for USNTDP while being an active OHLer. There you go. That's on-the-spot research. I should.
He does. He does.
I should. Should I send the bill to you? Do you know?
He sent it to me. It's not going much further.
Two periods down, one to go in Basel this afternoon from the under-18 IIHF World Hockey Championship from Basel and Joie, Switzerland, USA, Finland. This is the Clash of Titans in Group B action, and so far it is delivered in the entertainment category. 5-3 for USA through 2 periods, 8 goals so far, and there could be a lot more to come here in the third.
No question, the third time the U.S. has been up by 2 goals, but The first time the Finns battled back and tied it at 2. The second time they drew within 1 at 4-3 and were threatening to tie it up when Will Smith lit it up in the last couple of minutes with one of the more spectacular and almost the way he plays, almost understated in how spectacular it was. Like it didn't seem like it was so flashy till you realize what he did. That is a talented young man.
So third period underway. Finland trying to erase a 2-goal deficit for the second time in this game. They did it late in the first period. They have been playing catch up. The United States have not trailed at all in this tournament. Shot in from center. Augustine fields it with the glove. Fortescue plays it ahead to center. Smith sweeps it over. Kiiskinen back for Helenius. Circles the net. Takes the shot. Blocked. USA in over the line. Smith. Centering feed didn't get through. Shot incoming from Hudson. That's blocked as well. At the line, Schultz can't hold it. USA forced to tag up at center as Gindiniemi passes off to Halttunen. Halttunen looks up the middle. Aliasuria is tied up. And Halttunen picks it off on the wing. Aliasuria back up the middle for Halttunen. Shot doesn't get through to Augustine. Brought back to center by Oliver Moore. Moore, low shot on Vini. Shut the door. And the backhand is sent out of play into the Finnish bench.
A good pace here to start things off with. Aliasuria with a chance there coming in. A pass coming across, actually off the skate of Manetnian. Manetnian coming back into the play, so didn't even get to the front of the net, but a good push here by the Finns. Right out of the gate in the third, which you would fully expect. In the U.S. bench, they've got to be saying, guys, we've got enough goals to win. Let's really button it down defensively here in this third period.
Up to center. Uronen shot. When stung Augustine. It was off his body and back out quick. As Zeev Buyum tied up with Järventie and Kumpalainen. Fished away by Hagens. Look out. Turnover in front. The backhand from Järventie, saving another stop from Augustine. He's lost his goal stick. The play is whistled down. There's going to be a penalty here to the Finns for tripping.
And that is frustrating. It'll be Kumpalainen going to the box. He had a couple of glorious scoring opportunities. Hagens turnover below the top of the circles. Watch, Hagens starts back with it, just a little cough up here. And now they're coming, and there's one, and there's a second opportunity there. Kumpalainen coming across. What a save by a stickless Trey Augustine. And then in frustration, he reaches out and grabs the skate for Paul Fisher. And a power play for the U.S., which has been very strong all day, all tournament.
Here's Gabe Perreault. From center, he'll drop it back. USA on the power play. Here's Smith streaking it again as he passed across off a leg. And it's cleared down ice by Finland.
Once again on the rush, Smith, just the deception, just a tiny little pull around the defender. It doesn't appear overly dramatic at all, but boy, he goes through people.
Here's Perreault. He passes across. That one's sent just wide. And to the line, it's not out. Nice move in from the line from Smith off to Perreault. Oh, what a beautiful play this is. Carey Terrance finishes it off in front. Smith to Perreault to Terrance, and it's 6-3 USA.
We've talked about the goal-scoring prowess of Carey Terrance, and there it is, knowing where to go, knowing who you're playing with. He understands Gabe Perreault and his vision. He understands the positioning. The play starts with a Perreault rush. But Smith back at the point. Watch the look to Perreault. Perreault flares out. There's the look. Well, nifty stick work. And back across as soon as it closes on Perreault. He slides it across to a wide open Carey Trans. Why is he wide open? Because he knows where to go. Stick on the ice, planted, and hammered home. Exactly why Carey Trans was added to this team was for that ability.
Back the other way, a break right up the middle. Augustine the save, they score! Off the rebound, Jesse Kiiskinen. A quick strike back for the Finns, who stayed within 2.
And you know the goal has been answered when you don't have time to finish describing it, and they're moving on to the next one. Right off the face-off, watch the pass up the middle. Absolutely springing Nuri, and it looked like Schultz had saved one, but he knocked it right back to Kiiskinen. Kiiskinen has something to say to the U.S. bench going by, too, and this Finnish team will not go away. The trio of talented right-handers, Kiiskinen, Helenius, Halttunen, number 23, number 34, and number 10, have almost been interchangeable in their production in this tournament, haven't they, Victor?
Well, Kiiskinen's on the board now with his first of the tournament. NHL Central Scouting have him at number 13 among European skaters. He's number 39 on Craig Button's list, just outside the first round. Here's Cole Hudson. Better get back into the play because we might have another goal here at this rate within seconds. As off the boards, Moore looking to shoot, can't get it through. Back into the slot. Curled wide of the net as Ryan Fine and Drew Fortescue both get to it. At the line, Kiviharju will elevate it through center. Puck stays in play. Kasper Halttunen nudges it forward. Over the line, picked up and into the corner. It was punched to Helenius. Halttunen battling with Fine behind the net. Back around the kick plate it comes for Oliver Moore. Back up the middle for Cole Hudson. He'll slow it down. Turns back around, skates it up, and passes over for Smith. Here comes Will Smith, backhand off the boards. No one's there at the line. Manetian's got it now at center. Gabe Perreault passes it back. Nice move by Leonard up the middle, and he fires the shot off of Pieniemi. From the point, tipped wide. Leonard down in the corner, just back to his feet now as Will Smith lugs it high in the zone. Circling around, here he goes again. Smith lost the handle on it this time as he takes his seat. Pieniemi can't clear it though. Leonard low takes a shot that's redirected by Gabe Perreault. Vianney makes the save. And down the ice it goes for icing. Not even 5 minutes into this third.
We have seen that inside move by Will Smith 3 or 4 times now. Schultz absolutely pulled that one out of the net. That's headed in, but he knocks it right onto the tape of Kiiskinen, who bangs it home. 6-4, and to say this match has been spirited would be an understatement.
Feels like we've had a period's worth of entertainment the first 5 minutes of the third.
Yeah, it's really been fun. 2 good hockey teams.
Here's Paul Fisher. Tries to launch that one into the offensive zone.
Steve Bouillon with his first point as well on the Will Smith goal.
Cross ice feed, that's intercepted, fired down the ice. And here come the Finns in transition. Kupalainen looks to pass it over. Kupalainen goes down in a heap to the boards.
That's well played by Steve Bouillon. Sorry, Victor. That's a really well played 2-on-1 by Steve Bouillon, who gets his first point.
Shot up high on Augustine from Kupalainen, and Augustine gets on top of this for the whistle.
Not sure the defensive coaches would be thrilled today, but from an offensive standpoint, there's been some execution on both sides. Special teams, rush plays, and individual skill that has shone on both sides of these rosters.
So the assist for Buyam, it's all but 2 skaters on this American team that have recorded at least a point in the tournament thus far. Not even through game 3.
Just feel like you're not resting easy if you're the Americans right now. Like, this Finnish team is not done playing with a little over 13 minutes left in this third period of this preliminary round game.
And over the line, and on the back check is Danny Nelson. Usually took the puck away as it comes over for Fortescue. Out through center. Now Väisänen backtracking in his own end.
I continue to be impressed with the all-round game of Danny Nelson. Good on the forecheck, very good on the back check.
Crossing in over the line. Finland on the attack. Here's the shot. One-timer from Jokinen. And the kick saved by Augustine.
Augustine would like to think if we're getting 6 that I'm going to have a fairly relaxing day. It has been anything but.
Here's Brady Cleveland. He passes out for more. Stripping away the puck is only Lind. Round it comes for Tom Lepa. Moore over the line. Doesn't get far. Pianiemi passes across. Kangas right back to the near side. Helenius set back up again for Kangas. Head to center. Left side. Cross ice dump for Halttunen off the boards. Skipping in front. Never came in toward Augustine though, as it's held in by Finland. Taken out of the slot. Racing through center. Onside. Oliver Moore. Up the middle. No shot. Defended well as Kerry Terrance along the board. Shuffles it down low. Out of the reach of Ryan Fine. And Aaron Kiviharju throws it back again. Junkeri crossing over into American territory. Heinonen back to the line. Junkeri's shot doesn't get through. Jokinen back toward the end boards. Held up by Paul Fisher. Jesse Kiiskinen skates it around in the corner. Back up toward the line. Junkeri takes it out of his skate. Mason sticks and legs in front. Trickles wide of Augustine. And he'll cover it up at the side. 11-12 to go in the third. USA enjoying a 6-4 lead over Finland.
Thank you.
Is there to support each other in the close pass, but the minute they sense that they're in full control, they find lanes and they spread out and they are dangerous.
And here comes Finland back over the line, but an errant pass is intercepted by Zachary Schultz. Up to center for Gabe Perreault. Juggling it here at the line. Finland come in, and the shot from Uurinen carries wide. Minadian posted up into the corner with Venti. And the puck slowly makes its way down ice. Back through center. Voth takes some contact from Lind. Dodges another hit. Plays it back to Hudson. Cross ice. Here's Fortescue with a shot. Sizzles that wide. And Pianiemi saucers it ahead for Lind. Pass picked off by Hudson. Turns it back into his own zone. Now Fortescue with half the third period gone. Carries it in on the left side. The shot stopped by Vini, and he covers it up for the whistle.
There could be something late here. And maybe on the Finland side.
That's Emil Kusala.
And that's a costly penalty if he's going alone. And maybe one from each squad going here, but that's an after the whistle call, which coaches have no tolerance for. Seemingly very innocent, then Kusala comes in and Cole Eiserman is taken down. That is simply an undisciplined penalty, and the referee is taking one guy. That's exactly what he should do. That's the way to end all nonsense. That's a frustrating penalty for Finland to take and put the very capable power play back on. Cole Eiserman, who was the targeted player in that case, like Kusala, is on the ice and would like nothing better than to smile after he scores a goal on this power play.
He's already got one power play goal in the game. 6 goals in the tournament. He fires here, but it's off the mark. And Oliver Moore off the boards, right in on Vini, still loose, and the puck is cleared down the ice.
Will Vogt has been around the puck in a very positive manner today, both at the offensive end and the defensive end.
Over the blue line, up the middle for Moore, couldn't settle it. Clearing attempt was fired right off of Drew Fortescue as it comes back into the American zone. Hudson ahead for Fortescue. Crossing the blue line. And Eiserman plays it down low. Here's Cole Eiserman off the wing, takes a shot. Caught a piece of Vini. Lepa around the boards, clears it down the ice.
Cole Eiserman is not shy to shoot the puck. In a good way.
Here's Cole Hudson. Left for Smith. Offside as he made a move. Gabe Perreault got just ahead of him, and the faceoff will come out neutral territory.
Well, that move in the neutral zone is so incredibly deceptive by Will Smith that he threw his own guy offside 5 seconds later. Good shot by Oliver Moore, and Vogt once again hanging out in front of that net looking for something. Conversation going on between the two players there.
Will Smith is deking out everyone today. All players included.
What a move in the neutral zone right there. Just, you know, doesn't lead to anything. It leads to an offside of his own guy, but boy, does he have that ability to make people miss or to make people think he's going somewhere that he has no intention of going.
Some players do it with speed and explosiveness. He just seems to do it with pure illusion, doesn't he?
I think he does it with, I think, poise and illusion. Like there's a little mystique to it, but it's effective.
William passes back to the slot. Smith fires the shot right off a leg. Hit Junkeri out to center.
Now of the top 9 forwards, the only one without a point today is Ryan Leonard.
Here he is. Leonard up the middle. Shot is blocked as he goes for a tumble. And Kusala is out of the box. Back to 5-on-5 with 7:50 to go in the third.
The other 8 forwards all have points, and 3 of them have multiple point games going. Will Smith, Gabe Perreault, and James Higgins.
This is directed off the end boards by Paul Fisher. Kiiskinen plays it around, and now Brady Cleveland has it. Snaps the pass through center. This one will go for icing.
Winding down here, a little over 7 minutes to play, and there's nothing better the U.S. would like. Here is Will Smith's day. The moves are so subtle and so good. You can just see the puck control. There's the magic little backhand toe drag pull to the assist on the Terrance goal, and pretty nifty hands to go with some pretty nifty feet to go with a seemingly very smooth hockey mind.
Hendrickson shot that in for Vini to stop behind the net. Comes back to center. Will Smith is looking to try and make it 5 straight years for an American player, taking top 5 in the NHL draft. Logan Cooley, third overall to the Coyotes last year, kept that streak alive. And it'll be close this year. Some great competition from all over the world for top 5 spots in the NHL draft this year, a lot of which is at this tournament right now. Here's Helenius. He passes out in front, right through the crease. No one there to take it for the Finns.
I thought he had a route to the net there. He kind of swung outside his own guy. Seemed to get in the way, and he backed off. Back to Will Smith. Be interesting to see if Montreal has a shot at him after the draft positioning, because his youth coach.
There's a high-level familiarity there.
Kent Hughes is the general manager of the Montreal Canadiens. Coached him in youth hockey.
I was with the Boston Junior Eagles. As this shot carries wide of the net. On the short side, shot from Kopalainen. This is absorbed by Augustine for the whistle with 6:06 to go in the third. It's a 6-4 lead for USA.
Nice job, Vic.
Yeah, you too, buddy. You too.
We are all over this match.
Yes, we are. Or start walking, Dino. One of the two. I think if you leave now, you can get back home by this time tomorrow. Yeah.
Let us know who's filling in for you, okay? Just so we have some familiarity. showing sympathy.
Another day, another strong offensive performance for the United States at the Under-18 World Championship as we make our way through the group stage. Our coverage on TSN will resume Tuesday. Final day of group stage action. Sweden, Germany, Switzerland, USA, Czechia, Canada, Finland, Norway. All on TSN. Then, of course, the quarterfinals on Thursday. That'll be a fun day. Busy couple days coming up on TSN, and of course the NHL Network as well. So hello to those watching south of the border. Our friends in the States have had lots to cheer about so far in this tournament. As we'll bring it out to center under American possession again with Moore passing back. The shot rattles wide. And Aaron Manadian plays it down low for Aaron Kiviharju. Brought up the boards by Fine. Sent that off a shin guard. Backhands it to Smith. Here's Smith. Can't get the shot from Kiviharju. That's a bit of a stinger, and he'll go back to the bench in some distress.
Kiviharju has been a very noticeable defender for the Finland today. In an offensive and a defensive fashion. The shot block there on Will Smith. He's been good on the power play as well.
Here's Cole Hudson scurrying through center. Hudson takes the shot just off the mark. Back around behind the net it comes for Väisänen. Picked off. Leonard has Smith, finds a back up the middle, and another beautiful finish. This time it's Gabe Perreault. And the lead swells to 7-4.
So familiar with each other, these three players who've been together for a couple years now. Boston College is hoping they're together for a couple more, heading there as a line to Chestnut Hill. Starts with the theft by Gabe Perreault. Leonard to Smith, and a beautiful saucer pass and the tap pass back. Watch as it's coming to Smith. Perreault knows he's getting this puck back. I mean, he absolutely knows he's getting that puck. And that's the familiarity that grows with playing together. The celebration on the bench. What a beautiful goal. And now so much for saying Ryan Leonard wasn't on the score sheet. He is, with an assist on the U.S.'s 7th goal scored by Gabe Perreault.
So that's 4 points now on the game for Will Smith. So he's equaled Austin Matthews' old single-season USNTDP points record, which has now since been broken by Gabe Perreault, your latest goal scorer, who's got his 4th of the tournament.
Reminiscent of Jack Hughes and Cole Caulfield when they were breaking records with the same puck on the same
That's right.
goal. Single season and career records.
Right back in on Vini and a bit of a tester there. James Hagens with the shot for USA.
Showing the hands and picking that puck right out of the air.
Back down the wing it goes. Cole Eiserman. Off a body and Zeev Boyum back into his own zone. Passes ahead. Spots Eiserman at center. Over the line. It's the second time this season as well. The USA have put up 7 against Finland. One of the stronger defensive nations.
You know when that puck goes from Leonard to Smith, that's not the end of the route. But there's one more pass left, and that's Gabe Perreault waiting patiently in the slot to hammer it home. Fun to watch.
From the line, Boyum's shot. Ricochets wide. Back to center, and in over the line comes Danny Nelson. Nelson cruising up the middle. Vini catches a piece of this as it goes back to the corner. And played ahead to center. Kumpalainen for Orinen. He falls down. Hendrickson looking for it along the near side boards, and he's got it. Fanned on the pass, though. Bailed out by his teammate Nelson. He'll shoot it in. Up ice comes Kiviharju. Pressured by Terrance. Looked it up at the intermission. Carey Terrance, I think by my count, is the 10th player to play on this USNTDP team at this tournament while still being an active OHLer.
Amongst others, Austin Watson has done it. Patrick O'Sullivan has done it. Logan Brown, a couple of goaltenders.
Alex Nedeljkovic, he was with the Plymouth Whalers.
Obviously, the strength of their own team prevents them from having to go outside to look for players very often. But James Wisniewski, another very talented golfer, by the way, besides his abilities as an NHL hockey player. Club champion at Muirfield at one point, I believe, in Ohio, when he was a Columbus Blue Jack.
Played junior with the Plymouth Whalers, too, in the OHL. Of course, there's a number that have played in this tournament and then gone on afterward to play in the OHL. Probably most notably Patrick Kane, who had one season, and what a brilliant season it was with the London Knights before he was drafted first overall.
Good player.
James Van Riemsdyk went 2nd overall that year. It was the first year that Americans went 1-2 in the NHL draft. Both products of the USNTDP.
What a nice back check right there.
Gabe Perreault.
Gabe Perreault. In a 7-4 hockey game.
Here he comes up the middle, passes off, and he'll get an assist. Ryan Leonard, just for good measure, finds the mark, and it's 8-4 for USA.
I am so impressed with that back check by Gabe Perreault. It is a 7-4 game. He has 3 points at that point. The most offensive player on the most offensive line comes all the way back and steals that puck. A little three-way passing play once again. And what a finish by Ryan Leonard. Skill at its finest right there. Gabe Perreault trying to steal the puck. The linesman explaining to him they only have one puck left. They can't have it.
So 4 points today for Gabe Perreault.
Will Smith with 5. Will Smith picks up the second assist on that one.
So Will Smith has 12 in the tournament. Tournament record is held by Nikita Kucherov. He had 21 points in 7 games for Russia back in 2011. So still some work to be done to try and track down the record.
Certainly expecting this tournament to tighten up as it proceeds.
USA still have one group stage game left against the Swiss. And then we'll see who they get in the quarters. And if they advance through there, the semis, and then either gold or bronze. Augustine will just keep this moving. As Cole Hudson goes for a bit of a skate.
I would
Zips
keep
it down
moving
ice.
too, Victor, if I could hand it off to Cole Hudson and then watch his looping, skating, deceptive evasion style. Little smile on the face of Dan Muse, one we haven't seen very often during the course of the game. Dan allows himself that smile. You're allowed to smile when you're a coach.
Been a range of emotions today for Dan Muse behind the bench.
He's used his whole emotional bucket.
Well, in the end, he will be happy with this. A bit of a back and forth affair, but the USA at the end of it never trailed, and they double up Finland to win 8-4 the final.
Strong game by Trey Augustine, and this was a very testy Finnish squad coming in and got down 2-0 early and then got able to tie it up 2-2. I felt the big goal was late in the second period by Will Smith. It was 4-3. The Finns were coming hard at that point, really pushing, and a spectacular individual effort by Will Smith made it 5-3, and I do not believe the Finns ever recovered from it, either emotionally or on the scoreboard. That's a talented hockey player wearing that white number 2 jersey. 5 points in today's game. 2 goals and 3 assists. That line scoring 4 of the goals. A lot of skill in that combo.
Disappointing day for the Finns, bronze medalists from last year.
Awards are sponsored by Ragusa.
We'll get the Player of the Game awards.
Will be presented by Markus Graf, Director Education Swiss Ice Hockey, and Peter Küng, Officiating Manager Swiss Ice Hockey. Meine Damen und Herren, Preis für beste Spieler werden von Ragusa offeriert. Überreicht werden Preis von Markus Graf, Director Education Swiss Ice Hockey, und dem Peter Küng, Officiating Manager Swiss Ice Hockey. Best player of Team Finland is player number 23, Jesse Kiiskinen.
Jesse Kiiskinen had a goal today for Finland. Collects Player of the Game honors. Had a great season in the Finnish Under-20 League with Pelicans Lahti, 43 points. Statistically, the best season ever by an Under-18 player for that program.
Number 2, Will Smith.
And no surprise, Will Smith is your Player of the Game with perhaps the goal of the tournament so far. Forget the fact he had 5 points on top of that. He'll take the honors.
Victor, I, like a lot of the NHL general managers and scouts, are seeing players like this for the first time. And so you see them and they grow in you, and you've heard the name and trying to figure out where they're going to end up in the draft. But boy, oh boy, he's going up the charts for me.
Big day for Will Smith in USA. 8-4 winners. They'll hear the national anthem next.
Will continue tomorrow here in the Jakob Arena at 8 p.m. with the game Latvia against Norway. We look forward to see you then.
Rasmus Kumpulainen, kova taistelu ei ihan kuitenkaan riittänyt tänään, että 8-4 taululla. Mitkä oli fiilikset tuosta pelistä?
No tietenkin tosi huonot, että niin kuin jälkeenpäin, että ei noudatettu tarpeeksi hyvin sovittuja asioita ja otettiin tyhmiä jäähyjä ja meneteltiin liikaa kiekkoja siinä, missä ei pitänyt, niin jenkit ansaitsi tänään enemmän.
Jäikö tuosta jotain semmoista niinku hyvää varastoa sitten, jos seuraava kerran kohdataan, niin miten tämä on voitettavissa, jenkit?
No joo, totta kai siinä mielessä, sit kun aletaan noudattaa niitä sovittuja asioita ja tehdään niitä hyvin ja sovitusti, niin ei meillä ole mitään hätää. Et silloin me hallitaan peliä ja ollaan tuolla hyökkäysalueella kyllä ihan vahvoja. Se niinku positiivisena, että me kyllä pystytään voittamaan tuon jengi ihan milloin vaan.
Miten tästä eteenpäin, huomenna taas välipäivä tiedossa, niin miten saadaan jengi kasaan? Nyt tuli tämän ekan tappion jälkeen.
No ei mitään, että päät pystyy ja katsotaan vähän videoita ja käsitellään peliä ja sit huomenna varmaan joku pieni jumppa ja huilaillaan ja ei mitään, sit jatkuu.
Kiitos, tsemppi.
Kiitos.
Ei riitä voimaa. Lauri Merikivi, tappio tuli tästä matsista. Rumat lukemat, mutta ei taida olla ihan koko tarina kuitenkaan tuossa.
No ei ole. Kyllähän eka erä oli meiltä itse asiassa aika hyvä. Toki 2 maalia omisia alkuun, vähän ilmaisia paikkoja ja kaveri teki molemmista maalit, mutta sitten muuten erä oli aika hyvin meidän hallussa. Ja toka erässä alettiin vähän menettelemään kiekkoja keskialueella. Että kyllähän siinä on niin paljon hyökkäystaitoa tuossa vastustajan joukkueessa, että kovin montaa semmoista ilmasta hyökkäystä heille ei voi antaa. Sitä meidän pitää kyllä parantaa nyt, kun pelin tempo ja pelin vaatimus kasvaa.
Niin, tämmöinen turnaus on aika nopea, mutta on myös aina